one of the things that I think some people get wrong is they gamify the outcomes. So they say, whoever sells the most is the winner, right? Well, the people that already know how to sell the most are going to sell the most. So you're just rewarding people that already know what they should do. So what we want to do is take our top performers, as Nick said, find out what behaviors are driving them to success. So maybe it's inputting information in a CRM system. Maybe it's making more calls than other folks. Maybe it's the way they present the data or content or whatever that happens to be. We want to actually gamify those elements, those behaviors, so that the folks that know what they're doing are already doing those behaviors. So that's good. But we want to take a person who maybe is average, or we want to move them up a level, and we want to say these are the behaviors that we know leads to success. And so we're going to incentivize you through gamification to achieve those behaviors, and we're going to reward the behaviors that we know lead to success. And so some people might not know they're doing those behaviors. Some people might need external validation that those are the right behaviors. Some people might need just notification that those are the behaviors. Talked to a group one time. They were selling tubing in hospitals and said, you have to go to talk to like 6 different areas in the hospital so you can get the right tubing set. And they would say that like all the time. And then we had a gamified experience. And they said, what's one of the things you learned? And they said, oh, we learned that you're supposed to go to 6 different areas in the hospital to be successful. And we're like, we've been saying that like forever. So the idea of actually experiencing that and having the behavior reinforced or pointed out can be very helpful.
It's the time frame element too. Your core comp plan, your financial measures, they're defined usually at a business at a fiscal year or whatever measure it is, whether it's quarterly or every 6 months. Those are the outcomes, and the in between that activity, how do you reinforce that, that behavior at a time frame that is much narrower than what you're likely going to set financial targets at? To me, the best example of this is like things like an Apple Watch, where it's, they have the move target on a day. They have these things that like for you to close out the ring, but stand goal, like it's just one of those things where it's like, it just, you take the watch off and naturally it's like, oh, I'm just going to not close out the ring today because, I took my watch off. I'm not going to hit all the metrics across the board. And I think it's a perfect example of that. Like a great use is the application to things that are kind of the in between, that you're just not going to have a financial, based outcome that's going to impact someone's pay. That one's a very kind of like right in my face looking at me every day example.